Hello allemaal, welcome back by mijn kanaal. Ik ben Joey Jack. Now, in today's video, I am going to be discussing my top 5 favorite Netflix shows of March. And, you know, March just happened and there was a lot of content and we're in the middle of a quarantine and we are all like, what do I need to be watching on Netflix? So I've got the scoop for you. Now, of course, before we get started, I'm going to ask you the golden question, and that is to hit that subscribe button and maybe even that little bell, you know, so you can get notified when I post a new video. And just join us. And if you have yet to check out my Instagram, go ahead and check it out. I'm posting some funny videos these days and making some sketches, and I would love to share that with you. So check it out. You know, Netflix can be a land where you can spend like 30 years trying to search for something to watch, a movie or a TV show. I and Nick have definitely spent like all night looking for something to watch and didn't even end up watching anything because we were just like stuck watching trailers, and we're not the type, well, Nick is not the type to watch something and just give it a shot. He really wants to know if he's going to enjoy it. If he's going to put the time into it, he really wants to know that he's going to like it. I, on the other hand, I'm a little bit more chiller, of course. I just put something on for 15 minutes and usually I end up liking it. I'm not that very picky, and you know, and that's it. But I definitely can't do that because we have to compromise. So what we do is we watch a lot of trailers and we try and find something on these lists, but it's always the same thing. Like if you're looking for a horror movie, it's always the same horror movies that aren't really that good on the lists. So anyways, I am giving you the top 5 that I think are definitely worth watching, binge watching, like all in one day. Definitely, these are the ones. And especially if you're stuck at home in quarantine, do it. Number 1 on this list is Love is Blind. Now, this is an interesting show. This is a reality show and it's a love dating show. They call it the love experiment, and the love experiment is answering the question, is love truly blind? So what you do is you have 30 guys and 30 girls in separate like houses, and what they do is they come to the middle and they have little rooms facing each other with a wall in between. And what they do is the girl comes in one of the room and the guy comes in the other room, and it's like they're really there but with the wall in between so they cannot see each other, so they start talking. And obviously this is a dating show, so they start talking about like who are you and how do I get to know you better and would this work? And I think the interesting part of it is to see how people who, you know, are really searching for love can really super open themselves up. And I think that was something really, really cool to watch. So what you see is the evolution of these couples forming. Now, before they're able to see each other, they need to propose. So after like, I think like the first 3 episodes, it's like how long they spent in those pods, they call them pods. Then they fall in love and then one of them proposes like, will you marry me? And the other one says, yes, I will. Oh my God. Ah! And then they celebrate and then they get to meet. So anyways, after they meet, we see the whole thing like develop. And then once they meet, they get to go on holiday together, then they get to live together. And then at the end, they get to decide whether they're going to get married. And they decide this in the altar. So they have to have a wedding. So anyways, it's this emotional roller coaster and it's super, super interesting. And the characters are definitely crazy. There's this crazy girl who had wine and she literally just fed it to her dog from the wine glass and then drank it back up. Ew, hashtag absolutely not my life. So definitely a binge-worthy TV show to watch. Love is Blind. The next one is for all my RuPaul Drag Race fans. This is called Dancing Queen. And this is, if you guys know Alyssa Edwards, she's a famous drag queen that goes like this. She's actually a dancer and she has her own dancing school for children in Texas, in like the middle of nowhere. Definitely should watch that because that life is crazy. And she teaches kids how to dance, and their performance is like at the highest level. So they go to all these competition dances and they like get trophies, and the drama is incredible. And the cool thing about it is that Jason, or Justin is his name. Oh my God, what is his name? One or the other. He is, of course, a guy, so he goes to the dance school and he teaches them and everybody loves him. And then at night, he's a drag queen. And it's so cool to see the clash of culture, you know, with this Texas closed-minded culture and this like drag queen over-the-top hair, over-the-top personality. It's just so cool to see. Yeah. Check that one out. The next one, which is really cool, that I was watching with Vita, is called Babies. It's a document series and it's about babies. And it's really cool because it's like about the biology of babies. It's about how they do the study of mom and dad. And you know, there's all these like things that we believe, like the mom feels more of a connection to the baby than the dad. I've definitely heard that before. Not saying that I believe that, but there's all these things, and they do research on it and research on babies and just how magical babies are and how they're so smart and they grow so fast. And it's a really, really beautiful series to watch, which gives you a little bit of hope in these crazy times. So it's very entertaining and very informational. It's not so long, and it's very well made, and they follow like these babies throughout, I think it's their first year of life. It's so cute, you guys, and for those of you who are expecting or who have new babies, I'm sure you will connect with this so much. And like I said, there's so many beautiful facts about mom and dad and how their connection with the baby is, and like the chemicals in the brains and the hormones, and it's just super, super cool to watch. I definitely saw this, and Vita and I were shocked by some of the facts, positively shocked by it. So yeah, Babies, it's called. The next one that I think you should watch, and I think I'm like the only fan of this in my household because my boyfriend Nick is absolutely not into this because it's so American and so over the top. It's called Nailed It. So it is a cooking show, well, a baking show, and it is about it's like a contest. So they take these 3 home chefs, but they really are really bad. They suck. And they put them in this kitchen, and the contest is that they have to recreate 2 different things. So the first round, they recreate, let's say, like this beautiful cookie or something. And then in the second round, they like recreate this insane, like a wedding cake, or like these crazy cakes that you've seen, like a unicorn cake, or crazy things. And of course, these bakers at home are really bad. So they are insane. So the reason why it's called Nailed It is because when they reveal what they made, they have to go, nailed it, and then the camera usually goes because yeah, it's actually not so good. It's really funny. It is really over the top, I should warn you, and my boyfriend is absolutely not about that life. If you don't care about over-the-top dramatic American TV, this is definitely something to watch. Really lighthearted and really funny. The last one that I really loved was The Trials of Gabriel Hernandez. The Trials of Gabriel Hernandez. And I don't know if you should watch this during quarantine because it's definitely not a happy one. It's a very, very sad. It's a docu-series, and it follows the trials of Gabriel Hernandez. It's this little boy who was abused and killed by his mom and the mom's boyfriend. It's pretty insane, I have to say. And I had seen this story through my Facebook and through my Instagram years back. And now that Netflix made this series on it, and to see all the facts and everything, I think it's really, really crazy. It's interesting to see, and it's cool to see how it takes place, how the trials take place, and to see the verdict at the end, I think is what the best part is. I do have to warn you, it's a little bit graphic, and the content in it is very hard. So I wouldn't recommend to watch it during quarantine. If you are into this type of Netflix series, then definitely give it a watch, but it's not gonna make you feel good. And you're like, so why watch it? The ending makes you feel good. The verdict makes you feel good. And I think to just see somebody, you know, get justice is amazing. Comment below on which ones you've watched or which ones I should be watching. and let me know. Give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!